Soto here, founder of the Joe Soto Project. My goal is to demystify Wall Street, empower wealthy investors with useful and practical information to understand and navigate the world of investing. For what? So you can achieve your financial goals even if you already have a financial advisor or you think that you can invest on your own. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Am I adequately diversified to achieve my financial goals? Have you ever asked yourself that question? You see, I started my career during the financial crisis and I saw firsthand what happens when Wall Street fails investors. I saw investors that were heavily invested in strategies that crumbled and lost major value, right? People that had to go back to work, downsize their lifestyle, and many had to forego on a lot of their financial dreams. See, as a practicing financial advisor, proper and adequate diversification are at the forefront of what I do to help my clients achieve their goals. Goals like what? Goals like retirement, college planning, ensuring that their money doesn't run out in retirement, right? That's a big one. Minimizing the amount of risk that clients are taking to achieve the best returns, and even for some people, long-term care planning. These financial objectives are just to name a few. You see, I spent well over a decade working for some of the world's top Wall Street firms. And in my time at the big name firms, I learned many great things. But I also learned many things that were not in my client's best interest. And you see, I learned the hard way, right? That to serve my clients properly, I must operate with their best interest in mind. You see, my experience working in Wall Street is why I decided to open up my own firm under the fiduciary standard. More on this later, as I'll talk about this standard later on. You see, I've witnessed in person prospects walking into my office, literally crying, family relationships shattered. I could see and feel the guilt and shame on these people. On one occasion, speaking to a retired corporate executive who was investing on his own, he lost $1.5 million because he was so heavily concentrated in one particular investment strategy. He thought that he could do this all on his own, but he didn't have a disciplined investment strategy. He failed. You see, this person's relationship with his wife was damaged. His children had to go to different colleges because they could no longer afford what was part of this person's original plan. You see, achieving proper diversification is like going to a doctor and the doctor tells you, hey, you need to be healthy. Well, Wall Street does an excellent job at telling people it's healthy to diversify. And that's a good thing. But this is not enough, right? To achieve the desired results. Knowing you, right? You need to diversify is just not as important as how to diversify. You see, learning to properly diversify is when things get a little complicated. Unfortunately, it's only when the pain is so great, right, that people are willing to learn and listen. Investing incorrectly with the wrong people can leave people filled with this sense of incomprehensible demoralization. Now, let's discuss a few of the myths associated with investing. Hey Joe, I have a lot of accounts, right? I got a lot of investments, so I must be diversified. Here's another myth. Joe, I have a lot of accounts in different places, so I think this is good for my diversification strategy. How about this one? I own a lot of different mutual funds, Joe, so I must be diversified to achieve my goals. And last, Joe, I have so many different funds from so many different fund companies that I must be diversified. See, there's a couple of trends in the industry, such as investing is available everywhere right now. Anyone with a phone, right, can actually become an investor. You see, there's a lot of platforms today that are telling you, hey, go out there and do it on your own. Anybody can invest now. Come invest with us. We'll take your money. See, many of these places, right, where you get to do it on your own, they're so new, they haven't really been tested in a recessionary type of environment, right, in a real bear market. I like to remind people that when a rising tide is up, right, when the markets are up, it lifts all the boats. But it's when the tide goes out that you find two types of investors. And the two types of investors are those people that have a plan and that have a financial advisor that is competent, that is capable, and that financial advisor is aligned to serve their best interest. Then there are those people that are doing it alone, didn't have a plan, or they hired the wrong help. the price of not achieving proper diversification in the markets today could be irreparable. Here is my 4-step system to achieve proper diversification, to achieve your financial goals without the conflicts of interest of Wall Street, even if you already have a financial advisor or you're investing on your own currently. Number 1, before you invest, you must build a financial plan. Number 2, if you're using a financial advisor, please make sure that you're using a fiduciary financial advisor. Number 3, ensure that your investments are well coordinated and that they complement each other. And number 4, develop a disciplined system of taking profits off the table. Here are the most common mistakes that I see investors make today. Let's go over some of the do's and don'ts, shall we? Okay, let's go over the do's first. First, do build a financial plan. Having your own custom financial plan will ensure that you have benchmarks for achievement for yourself. You must know what you want before you start investing. You see, failure to build a plan will lead to falling into in one of Wall Street's plans, right? And guess what they have planned for you? Usually, they don't have much planned. And that's an unfortunate situation that I see a lot of people fall into. Number 2, you must understand that the majority of Wall Street doesn't operate from your best interest point of view. Ensure that if you're using a financial advisor, if you're using the help of a financial advisor, that they have a legal obligation to put you first, to put your best interest first. You see, I operate as a fiduciary under the fiduciary standard, which means that my client's interest comes first. First to what? See, fiduciary means I have a legal obligation to do what's in my client's best interest, not looking out for myself or not looking out for the company. Now, here's a list of don'ts, right? Number 1, don't assume because you have many mutual funds all over the place that you're diversified. Take, for example, if you have a mutual fund company, Company A, and they're investing a certain percentage of their money in stocks, and you buy another mutual fund company, Company B, and they support also an individual portion of their fund in stocks, it's necessary to understand what's inside of those funds, how they complement each other, do they overlap? It's also crucial that you understand the parameters that these fund managers use to make changes. A lot of people don't realize this, but some companies can add more risk without telling you, which exposes people to risk without their knowledge. Number 2, don't assume because you have many accounts with many different firms that you are diversified. Think of investing as a recipe, right? So, think of it like the ingredients to a soup, right? To a gumbo. I'm from New Orleans. In the end, it's essential, right, to evaluate the total portfolio and what is the end result, what is the end product that you're going to get. Number 3, don't assume because you're investing with a large institution that you are going to be fine. You see, in this game of investing, the risk is ultimately on you. Proper diversification under the fiduciary standard is why the type of advisor that you use is essential. If you're going to get advice, make sure that you understand the conflicts of interest of the person that you're taking instructions from. Number 4, don't settle for less. Here's the secret, right? Wall Street doesn't want you to know that there are different standards of care. Before you invest and take a prescription, understand what's in it for the financial doctor recommending that drug, that investment drug, so to speak. Always ask, how do you get paid? What's in it for you? It's your financial health that is on the line. If they say they're a fiduciary, do me a favor, get it in writing. I hear this so often, right, that I've lost count. Well, Joe, I had my money with ABC firm. You see, their name is everywhere. They're a big name firm. I just assumed, Joe, that they were gonna do the right thing for me. I don't know what happened. I'm desperate, can you please help me? So here's the first thing that you need to do to get started down the best path for you. You must get a written financial plan or get a second opinion from a financial advisor that has a legal obligation, a fiduciary, right? Somebody who's got your best interest in mind. For a limited time, my friends, I am offering a complimentary consultation under the fiduciary standard just for you. Many of my competitors out there, right? They charge for this service. all right? So I know where I stand in my market, right? And I'm willing to make this investment in you so you can believe in me. If you qualify for my firm's benefits, right, this plan will serve as the foundation for any future relationship. I don't look at clients like a transaction, okay? That's why I had to leave the big name firms. See, I see you as a lifetime relationship. Today, I am humbled to be in a position where I am serving third generation clients. See, what I do not only can transform your finances, but it can also transform your legacy. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? Don't settle for less, my friends. Your financial future, it truly depends on it. I thank you, my friends, and I honor your commitment, okay, for being here today. And until next time, I'll see you on the next episode. Joe Soto, fiduciary financial advisor, founder of the Joe Soto Project, logging off for today, reminding you that what you don't know will hurt you. See, the goal of the Joe Soto Project is to educate you, empower you, and help you elevate your financial game so you can achieve your goals. Thank you for listening today. I really appreciate it. I look forward to speaking to you soon. There should be a link. You can schedule your complimentary consultation down below. Click on that link. You'll have access directly to my personal calendar, my friends, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. So go ahead, schedule your complimentary clarity call now.